Landon Donovan talks Everton. Brian Ching inches closer to a return to Houston. And MLS preseason continues next on The Daily. Welcome to The Daily. It's Tuesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. I'm here with Simon Borg. I am Andrew Wiebe, and we'll start out with the big news in MLS today, an interview with Landon Donovan talking about Everton and how he feels about potentially a permanent move there, Simon.
Yeah, the question we knew was going to come, Andrew. Does Donovan want to stay at Everton? He said the arrangement was already made that once this loan spell was over, he was going to go back to LA. And LA are not ready to release him from his contract. The Galaxy making a push for the CONCACAF Champions League. He's going to be back this year. But the way he phrased things, he says, let's talk in a year, around this time next year when there will be only 1 year left in his MLS contract. Then you have to look at the LA Galaxy as well. What does LA want to do, knowing that with 1 year left, he could leave to go to England? Do they want to maybe take advantage and make a profit on a sale possibly there? So everything's still to be determined 12 months from now.
One MLS player that may be finding a new home after many weeks of speculation is Brian Ching. He left Montreal Impact camp yesterday, and rumors are that he's preparing to return to Houston.
Yeah, the Montreal Impact putting it out there that he was leaving camp for personal reasons. It turns out he is working out a new contract with the Houston Dynamo. The Montreal Impact gave him permission to do that. Dynamo now trying to work him under their budget. It looks like the Dynamo and Montreal Impact already have a basic framework for a trade. That's what Chris Kennedy, the president of the Houston Dynamo, said. There's light at the end of the tunnel is how he phrased it.
And for Montreal, light at the end of the tunnel as well. Joy Saputo in Europe looking for DPs. He tweeted out yesterday that meetings were going well. It seems like they may be closing on that long-awaited Big Ten player.
Yeah, the names being tossed around, Andrew, are Luis Saha from Everton, veteran striker, also speaks French, which is a plus. And then Alex Del Piero, that name is not going away until we find out what he's doing in the summer. But then they have a player joining them today in camp. They're going to release that name, but already on Twitter we're seeing the name Matteo Ferrari, a defender, an Italian central defender with Serie A experience.
While Landon Donovan prepares to return to LA Galaxy from his loan stint at Everton, another player in England eyes MLS as David Bentley says he may look to come here for a little bit of a rehab, a little bit of a bounce back.
And which team wouldn't want this winger? A lot of talent, a lot of promise, still though unfulfilled. So I think he would come here with the goal of proving himself, and I think the San Jose Earthquakes are already rumored to be the front runners because of their relationship with Tottenham, but he'd be a good get for any team, and he would come on loan though.
Yeah, another player looking to prove themselves in England is Tim Ream, who appeared on Extra Time Radio yesterday with Simon and the guys. What stood out to you about that interview, Simon?
He talked to us about his preparation now, waiting for this debut with Bolton Wanderers. Talked about there being a reserve match this week that he was not called up for, which may lead you to believe that he's ready to come in for the FA Cup this weekend.
Claudio Reyna also on that edition. You can catch that on Buzzsprout or iTunes. You can also catch preseason coverage in MLS today. 5 matches going on. LA taking on Montreal, followed by a 45-minute game between Montreal and Chivas. Kansas City takes on FC Tucson. RSL takes on DC United. Houston and San Jose face off. And finally, New York takes on Estudiantes Tecos in their final game in Mexico. That's all we have for today. Catch us on Wednesday on The Daily.